everybody, welcome to Adobe Live's section of the weekly challenge with me, pixipui, as I adjust my mic. And I have different hair. I feel like every time we're on here, it's a different hair show, isn't it? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and I hope you're excited for another challenge. But before we dive in, if you do want to take part in the challenge, which we've done, I think this is the 4th week so far, there's plenty of things that you could totally do to expand your creative forte. There'll be a link, I'm sure it's in the description, or Cody might add it in. We don't have a section in the Discord that we're in for the challenge stuff, so if you are going to do it, make sure you pop your work in the share your work folder. But now to the chat. Hello Kayla, Silver, Cody, Alejandro, Robert, Sean, Devlin, Lawrence, thank you so much for popping in. I do hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you're excited for the last challenge that I have for you this time. As always, it's split up into 3 little steps just to make it a little bit easier for us in the VOD and all the ting. Thank you very much, Cody. Cody's dropped the work files in here. You don't need to use them, but you can. And the area for you to join the challenge and for you to post your work. Love those glasses. Thank you. Got the whole, it's my favorite number as well. I guess if you turn it upright, it looks like an 8 and more of it. You're working, of course. Thank you so much, Kayla. Okay, are we ready? I feel like I've waffled enough. Let's look at the challenge that we're going to be working on this time. We're creating social media templates. Huzzah! So this means we are going to be expanding our brand a little bit and trying to make things a little bit easier for us. So the first thing you'll find if you've downloaded the file that Cody's just dropped down for you, it's something called week 4. Inside week 4, you will have your weekly challenge social media template that looks like this. There isn't anything on it, but I've predefined the sizes for you just to make your life a little bit easier, just a little bit. Lost, I know, Oliver, I know. Hi, Catherine. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I have something or a question for you lot, by the way. I need colors and shapes. I've got some predefined already, but think of some colors and some shapes that we might be able to use for our social media templates, and I'll see which ones we can grab in there. Thank you so much, Proxy. It'll be back in a resting style soon, I'm sure. Okay, we understand the challenge. We understand what we've downloaded. Let's look at the first step. Design it! Of course it is. We need to know what we're doing first, right? We can either do it for a real format, a square format, or the portrait format. So for those that use Instagram or TikTok quite often, you're quite used to the real, hold on, there we go. You're quite used to that real kind of size, I think, but you do have other options for creating your lovely work and posting your wonderful stuff out in the world. So if any of those sizes work for you, go for it. Otherwise, take a quick look at the sizes you want and then come on back. A blob? Wait, a blob as in a circle? Okay, so a blob. I feel like, Oliver, do you always say purple? Is that your favorite color? So we've got purple, a hexagon, because of course it's Oliver, pear and green. Okay, is pear the shape? Is pear the shape, or is that the color? Otherwise, I'm feeling like the pear and the green are like the same color. Purple or lavender? Okay, I like it. We've got the Behance chat and the YouTube chat working together here. Purple / lavender. Lavender. Ooh, I can smell it already. Maybe. Okay, okay. So this file isn't actually added into the downloadable file because you don't really need it. Normally, I would sketch out ideas on a piece of paper. So if you have a paper at hand or a pen or all that jazz, you can go ahead and scribble some stuff down. But I've pre-made some temp shapes to give us an idea. Let's say we could have, I don't know, maybe something for text to go, maybe a space for our image to go. Somebody said a blob. We can work a pear shape. A pear shape. Okay, I'm putting it in. Pear shape. Alejandro, hello. At work, but it's a pleasure to listen to you. Pixie with that same spirit as always. Thank you so much. Oh, there was another piece of text above. Hold on. I think I missed it. Oh, Robert said I was not good in the morning, but I'm much better now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad to hear that things have changed for you. But it got me to be late with the spreadsheets this week. They're on the way. You know what, Robert? Sometimes it be like that. Trust me, I've been there. You look at the clock and it's suddenly not the time that you thought it was. Oh yeah. Hello, Amjad. Blob is a hot favorite shape. Is it really? Ooh. And a rectangle. All right, cool. So let me just write the rest of those down. Stretch this out a little bit so I can see it. Great. So I've actually prepared some in advance. And I'm going to draw your ones in my spare spaces. So now we can see what kind of ideas we can go for. But while you take a look at those, and if you have any more colors, throw them at me. Otherwise, let's say, you know, I like my rectangles, but Kayla, I have so many rectangles. Let me think of a pear. If I do a pear, but I do like the pear on the side, so we kind of got this shape. What else was there? And a blob. We can have like something there, and then maybe a little space for text. There doesn't always need to be text on the screen, but let's say that we're doing that. So in this section, there'd be a picture. This section could also be a picture. Any wiggly lines count as text. Teal. Ooh. You look with these interesting things. Okay, we got a few. Hold on, I put teal in the wrong bit. Teal. All right, I'm on it. What else did we say? We got a rectangle, a pear shape, a hexagon. We could probably, okay, if we do it like this. Whoa. Do it like this. So there's a hexagon at the top, so we can have like one image or one video or something like that. And maybe a picture at the bottom, or if we do it the other way around, maybe. But bearing in mind the way that the social media tends to work, there's a bunch of text down here and a bunch of text over there. So it can kind of help us work out where we can really put our content. Pear, blob, rectangle, pants. Oliver, please. Oliver. Actually, I'm going to do it on this side. There we go. So then we can put a picture in here, and maybe we could have like a duplicate hexagon, half of a hexagon, so we can do some cool animation-y things on it. Yeah, we can work with that. And was there one more? A blob. I feel like it's a straight up circle. I could be wrong, unless a blob isn't a smudge. Blue midnight. Oh, hello. Kayla, I feel like you should be working for the Pan 10. Need to be spitting out those creative color. Midnight. Blue midnight. Yes. Okay. So let's say these are our ideas. I can save them out. I probably should. I'm just going to move them to the lower screen so I can see them. No, hold on. Let me save it. Hi, Mini Midas. How are you doing? Let me move these so this isn't in the way. I'm going to chuck this onto my desktop, into my weekly challenge folder so I can find it and refer to it as we move on to the next bit. And I shall be making sure that we actually use one of the ideas you lot have given us so we can see how it works with something that was a little bit impromptu. Okay, here we go. I've saved it. We've got it. Mini Midas, I hope you're doing well today. Do you want to chuck in a color? Because I've made a bunch of shapes already. What would you like to throw in a color? Because I'm making some classy social media templates. Okay, we've done the first step. We're on to the second step. The second step is to create it. Of course it is. Right. Should we work on the portrait version or should we work on the post version? Technically they're the same, but should we have the long one or the short one? Please give me a vote, long or short, and we'll work with whatever. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to work with some of the colors that you've given me. We've got purple, green. We could probably intermix some of these. I'm absolutely going to open this up just so I can have this floating nearby so I can check out our idea on the screen without me having to look away. Okay. Lovely. Blob. Irregular circle. The long one. Okay, I'm there with the long one. The wonderful Pixie, hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm glad that you're doing well today, Minnie. Oh, spread that joy and that love around. Okay. Hi, Jeffrey. Truly, it's a long time no see. How's your day going? Hope you're doing all right. We're working with the long one first. The long. Okay, we got two for long. We're doing the long one first. All right. Now we've got about 15 minutes. We could probably start from right to left or left to right. I'll do one of the ones on the right first. No, should I? Let me do one of the ones you lot have suggested. Okay, I can use the polygonal tool. I'm going to try to make this second one first. So we've got our background color, which is subject to change because nobody said orange, but that seems to be the color that I've gone for by default. I am going to pop this in and pretend like it's the shape that Oliver requested. Okay. I could probably, you know what? You know, maybe we should just use the pen tool. It's gonna be really shoddy though. Hold on, because that's not the right shape. Let me use the pen tool, not try to cheat too much, because I can clearly see that it's not what I drew. There we go. There we go. We're gonna fill this in because that's what I want my image to go on top of. Now, if you're doing this as a template, as you should do, you could put anything there and then be able to swap in your images willy-nilly, which is awesome. Have I missed anything? No, it's okay, Jeffrey. I just hope you are doing okay. I hope you're taking your time. I hope you're being kind to yourself. When things happen, we tend to forget that important part. Not the worst shape. Look, we already had to animate a hexagon. I'll never forget that. Okay, so in this example that I have created on the side here, there we go, let's isolate this one. In this one, we can see that I've done two. It's kind of like a shadow effect, which is because I want to kind of have it animate and pulsate, which is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna have this be front, I'm gonna duplicate it, and have this one be the back. We can make these both a little bit bigger. I'm gonna have them, you know what, let me get rid of this one first because I can see that I've got plenty of space. Got plenty of space to be artsy. Okay, duplicate that, pop that down there. Now let me work with some of the colors you've given me. We've got a teal. I'm gonna imagine what a teal is. I might not get it right. Bear with me. I'm thinking a kind of like light greeny blue. It's like this. That's more for the back. No one's really going to see what's on the front here. So let me tweak the back instead. Let me call this back, maybe. That should be good. Back. Count that as 10 long. Kayla. Okay, I'll count that as 10 long. All right. So the first one, we've got a teal, and maybe... I'm not thinking that we should have a stroke on this one. We can. Ooh, this background's kind of working with it, actually. Okay, we've got our front, we've got our back. Let's see. Midnight? Let's maybe change the background color to a midnight. Yeah, that's a teal. Yay! Look at me getting it first try. I'm not normally good at doing the colors. Okay, I'm thinking this might be like a midnight. We can add the image whenever, really. We can do it now if we like. So let me dive in, and I have prepared some stuff in advance, actually, in my pics and vids section. So we could go for a picture, or we could go for a video. Let's say we go for that video that we made, although I feel like this one won't fit because the size of the hexagon's kind of big. So let me check one of these. One of these is pretty wide. We can use this one. That works. So I'm just going to pop this on, turn off the sound, make this a little bit bigger. Some of us are going to get cut out of this, I think. And we're going to pop the mat on. There we go. Now, because I've done this, I can't actually see that outline, and maybe I really did like the outline that I had on it, because I do have one on here, but the mat actually took the whole thing. So what I'm probably going to do is duplicate the front, and I'm actually just going to increase the stroke. Need to make sure it's the right one. Oh, we've done the wrong one. Duplicate this one. I'm just going to call this one stroke. Make sure we can see it. This seems to be the one. Hide this one, and let's increase the stroke just a little bit. There we go. So now if we press play, Let's make sure it's not on full maybe. So now if we press play, we can see that something's going to move in it. Cool. Maybe let's move this over here so we can actually see everybody. Okay, we've got something in there. Your lurk, thank you for the lurk. Now I want to make sure that it's parented to the front one. I'm gonna make sure the stroke is parented to the front and the image is parented to the front. Because I have this image here, I could have popped a mat in there or something else, but we've gone for this. All I would have to do is actually just right click, go to replace, and I could replace it with anything else and it would fit in the right area, which is really, really, really handy. So I've got this. I want to animate the front. We're going for the pulsating ting because that's what we're about. Let me go to position. Oh, Jeffrey. Thank you, Kayla. So I want this to be its natural resting point. We could probably push it out a little bit. Should we? No, this is quite good. Hold on. Let's push them both out because I'm not completely satisfied with the positioning on this one. There we go. You can always tweak as you go. There's nothing wrong with tweaking. Yeah, honestly, Jeffrey, please make sure that you're taking your time. I know it's hard to... Sometimes it's hard to come back to the present because there's a lot of stuff happening back here and there's a lot of stuff happening or that we're imagining is happening in the forefront in the future section. So as often as you can, don't forget to take some nice deep breaths. Come back to the present. Grab some water is also nice, but anything to keep you in this moment. Okay, so I've got my front. I've put a keyframe down already because I know this is where I want it to go back to, but it's going to start flat. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, we can do it the other way around. Ooh, the other way around. So like a little bit of a pulse, and now I don't want it to go back that far. The useful thing about having it do the tweening in between is you can see a pose or maybe a part that you like, slap a keyframe in there, and then drag it out and take another look. So I can have it, boom, back, forward. Let's make sure it has an easy ease by clicking F9. We can just have it do a normal pulse, whatever seems to work with the vibe of whatever kind of content is going in there. And I'm going to repeat this manually because I might want to have a different kind of thing going on. Which we'll see in another example, which we totally have time for. And I'm going to copy all of this, pop it onto my back. Open that out a little bit. Actually, no, we don't need to. Perfect. We know that we've got 3 keyframes that takes it back to its normal pose. In this one, our normal pose is the first one. The second one is it going back a little bit so we can make it go back. And then this one goes back up to the front. Now, at the moment, they're both going to move at the same time, which isn't really what I want. I want it to happen after the other one. So I'm going to just offset its position a little bit. And now it looks like it's kind of looping in a way, which is perfect. I'm kind of old school sometimes as to manually seeing the movement or seeing the keyframes or where they are. Sometimes it's quite nice to be able to check the keyframes so you can go in and do any extra tweakages that you want. Maybe you've made something and you're not too sure about the positioning. What you could do from then is grab them, pop them on a knoll, and then move them over. Whoops, that's not what I meant. And move them over. Hi, Josie. So I can move this over a little bit more. And now we've got something like this. So in the back, I could stick an image of, I don't know, maybe some stuff moving around. We can have other interesting moving bits and bobs, but let's do another. I am going to turn all of these off. Give us another example. because we're totally ready for part 3. Part 3 is to truly animate it. That's exactly what we were doing. Wonderful. We love animating. We always do. We always love animating. We love animating everywhere. Woohoo! All right. Let me take a look at one of these ones for our 5 minutes left. Make another background color. Could be anything. Now, for those that don't just want to use After Effects, I'm going to see what other colors you gave me. Lavender. Lavender. It's like this. There we go. Great pictures. Thank you. Okay, we got lavender. We got the rectangle. We could do our best to add the rest of these in here. Rectangle, which is definitely the go-to. Maybe fill it with white because that always seems to be a bop. Maybe have a black stroke because it seems very classy. There we go. We can call this the text box. Josie, I hope you're having a good day today. And in this example, we've gone with a couple of rectangles, but we could like add the other shapes floating around nearby. Let me make another one directly underneath. That's not underneath. There we go, directly underneath. Pull them both up a little bit. And this is definitely the matte. I'm going to duplicate it for the stroke. Make sure that they're both connected. I might have to make the matte just a little bit smaller so the stroke is still visible. There we go. And I'm going to connect the stroke to the matte just so they're together. And let me grab the stroke, pop that off, and pull this one down to the side. And grab another color you gave me. We'll go with green. Kaylin said you bring joy into the world, and that's the right color of lavender. Ah, you're too kind. Thank you so much for popping into mine and my sister's channels, by the way. We do take note. Very grateful. You're all very kind. That's a dodgy kind of green. I'm not sure why I went with that. There we go. Okay, so we've got a green. Apparently we're keeping the outline. I'm going to add a bit of a text here. Call it Sister Sister. Move this out the way. Make this a little bit smaller. Hey. Oh. 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 Let me shut this down. It's thinking about it. It needs to go over again. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. That we've not come across this before. Make sure you save your work, because if you did, it would be fine. So while my one's opening up again, we can actually take a look, because I'm looking at the time and we've got 3 minutes left, and I'm kind of wondering, is that going to be enough time to do the other bits? I didn't save. What? Make sure you're saving, please. Please make sure that you're saving. It's really important. I'm pretty sure there's probably like an incremental save as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure there is one. Saving often is good. 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. 2 minutes left. That's all right, because I have one we made earlier. Huzzah, which is always the right thing to do. Always have a prep one while this one is thinking about it. Because I don't think I can go back to what I was working on. So one I made earlier. In the same vein, now you can see that these are missing. Oh yeah, of course they are. Because I deleted the parts that they were attached to. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I have it. I physically have it, so we could just open that instead. And that's got sound on it. Let's see if I can grab one that doesn't have sound on it. There we go. All right. We can grab one that doesn't have sound on it. Okay. So basically, with the same idea with what we did, make your shapes. Have it animated first. You don't need to really animate it to put your images on top of it. Animate it, do whatever you like in that vein, change the text, do all that fun stuff. But then all you're able to do, you're able to replace the image and just upload it. So this way you don't need to worry about, oh, is this the right style? Is this the right thing? This will make it really nice, really easy, and make your still photos look cool too. Okay. Phew, I think we're all right. I know, sneak attack. No kidding. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to join the challenge. Otherwise, we'll do a review on Friday. But stay tuned. There's more stuff coming next. Bye.